I Why no chat YouTube? What do you mean why no chat YouTube? Late by 1 millisecond, that's crazy. Also, what do I think I was checking at like VOD chat yesterday and I saw someone keep on like repeatedly asking me about like Freddy Fazbear. I was like, what? I don't think I've noticed that chat a single time when I was streaming. No, I might have noticed it, but I probably just ignored it. But then I look at the chat VOD again and like, I think it's just like the same guy. It's just repeating it over and over and I don't understand. Is this just some inside joke or some haha I'm so random funny? I don't understand. Do you like Freddy Fazbear though? I don't really play any FNAF. I mean, I never played any FNAF game, but I do like follow the lore a little bit. I know there's like the new games coming out. Well, not coming out. It already came out, but I haven't followed the new game that much. I know I've seen bits of gameplay. I've seen a streamer play it a little bit, but I didn't follow from like beginning to end or anything. I kind of just like popped in the middle of the stream and then watched a little bit of gameplay, and I got confused and I had to do something else. So I didn't really. I haven't really been following the new ones. I know there's like the 5 laps at Freddy, like the the freaking Mario Kart one thing. I haven't checked that either. The game is pretty good though. The Into the Pit one, it does look good compared to the usual FNAF formula, but I don't think it's my game either still. There's also a book one, right? Like the like a choose your own adventure book, but you play as the phone guy, I think. I saw some screenshots of it too. That looks also pretty interesting. Into the Pit one is good, but the cart one is a buggy mess. Honestly, I feel like I would rather play the cart one. I'm curious about your thoughts on Royal Guard. I've already talked about Royal Guard a lot in the last stream. Hi Jones, why are you awake? I mean, okay, well, I'm not in any place to judge that, given I'm also awake, but you know. Is it because new animatronic called Freak Trap? Is it the, like... I'm probably gonna do my own research later, but I know that there's like a... It looks like a golden Bonnie or something. It looks like Bonnie, but it's like someone's dad or something like that. Is that Freak Trap, or is it something completely different? Spring Bonnie? Okay, that's a different one. Do you know the lore? I don't follow. I mean, I've watched like lore videos and stuff like that, you know, but like, I'm not super up to date, especially with like the more recent ones. I think I haven't even watched anyone play the second VR game, Help Wanted 2, I think. That one I haven't watched anyone play it yet, and I don't think I've really gotten into FNAF lore around that era, you know. And I know there's like the books and stuff like that, but I don't really, you know, follow the books or anything. I kind of just watch what people say in videos. Spring Bonnie is William Afton. Wait, the dad in the Into the Pit? I guess. I mean, well, okay, I don't know. Sans Nest. Honestly, I watched the Sans Nest video. I think he made some good points. I think MatPat made some good points. Obviously, it's a very far reach, but it's kind of like, oh, I mean, if you say it like that, I kind of get where you're coming from, you know? Like, obviously, it's a big reach, but like, it's just kind of funny where it's like, oh, I mean, I can kind of see that going from this perspective. We still haven't answered the question though. Are you Freddy Fazbear? If I am, I wouldn't tell you. So that's a secret that I'm gonna bring to my grave. But I'm just gonna... okay. I'm just gonna say it right now. Don't... I would rather if this is not going to be like a stupid running joke where someone's gonna keep on asking me about whether I'm a FNAF character every stream. Like that gets annoying really quickly. I don't understand how people were mad at that. Mad at what? Napa just said, "Oh, you mean Sassness? Sassness? Is that it?" I mean, I think it's just funny rather than being mad, because it's like it's such a reach, right? Napa just has the ability to make up BS and still works. Yeah, it's like that's what's good about it. Obviously, you're gonna have to like omit a lot of information and stuff like that, but you know. It's like, with the way you present it, it's like, oh, I mean, I can kind of see it. Obviously, it's a reach, but, you know, I can kind of see what you mean. Wasn't necessarily upset when it came out, but it's just funny. Yeah, I don't think people were, like, super upset. I'm sure there are people who are upset, but it's like, I don't think that's, like, a lot of people. I think it's just some people that are like kind of, you know, not quite right on the head. Some people are just too terminally online, unfortunately. Will you stream the next chapters of Deltarune? I probably will. I did stream the previous chapters. Did I stream chapter 2? I did, right? Yeah, I did stream chapter 2. Did I do a Snowgrave run on chapter 2? I think I did, right? Did I do a Snowgrave on stream? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Are you the Robbie Reeby guy? Basically. When I first saw that video, I thought Game Theory was a joke channel. I mean, in a way, you're not supposed to take everything that seriously. It's not like Game Theory is supposed to be like... I think for the most part, Game Theory never really took stuff too seriously. You got shit like, oh, Mario is evil and all that stuff. And it's like, it's clearly not meant to be taken seriously. But then I think like the FNAF stuff is where they get like really serious, because it's not like people make it's not like theories for funnies. It's like, wow, this is like an actual thing that like we need to lore dive into, right? So I think like the beginning of FNAF and all that stuff and all these like lore horror game is where they actually get like more serious. But for the most part, I don't think they ever really was supposed to be serious, you know? It's just a theory, game theory. Yeah, it's literally just a theory. That's how it is. It's like, yeah, of course, like fucking Mario isn't a psychopath or anything like that. But it's like, it's a theory. I don't remember your Snowgraves. Did I? Did I do Snowgraves? Or are you just making fun of human? I remember I remember your genocides. Actually, let me check just to be sure. Deltarune. Yeah, I did do Snowgrave. I did do Snowgrave. If you check my channel's live tab, this was back before I moved to Twitch. Yeah, this was before I moved to Twitch. I did Deltarune. Yeah, I did 2 streams of Deltarune. My first fucking Deltarune stream is 7 hours long. And then I do like 2 hours for the ending. And then I do another 2 hours for Snowgrave. He probably did, but I wasn't there to watch it. It was like 2 years ago, yeah. Okay, let me switch here first. Okay, hi. I probably should have changed to here first. Also, I'm holding a tuna fish over here, but like, it's kind of not a great angle. I feel like for the most part, the fish is just gonna be under the screen, but that's fine. Try back to the 6-hour Celeste Chapter 9 stream. That was a good time too. Another super long stream that I remember was, I think it was it like 6 or 7 hours of Last Command, when I was on the way to like the last boss in Last Command. Like that legit, I'm pretty sure took like 6 hours or so. That one was super long. But that was fun. I really like Last Command. I kind of want to return to it, and I kind of wish the DLC would come out soon. Hi, Chalola. How far did you get in Celeste? What's 202? I don't know what 202 is, but I did everything. I did basically everything. I don't think I did like the B and C sites on stream. I'm not sure if I did. I don't think I did. I think I did a bit. Did I do B and C sites on stream? No, I probably did, didn't I? Don't you need to do those to get to the ending? You need to do those to get the ending, right? 202 is just all berries, including golden. Ah, no, I don't do golden berries. I just go to the end basically. I think I got all of the achievements though, but I think golden berries aren't on Steam achievements, right? Not C sides? Oh, okay. You need all B sides complete, right? Okay. I mean, makes sense. I think for the most part, did I do C sides? I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember here, but I'm not sure. I don't think I did C sides on stream. I definitely do it off. I definitely have finished it. I don't remember if I do it on stream. You beat all C sides off stream in Chapter 9 on stream. Yeah, that sounds about right. Can't believe you remember. Unless you just checked. A and B sides were on stream. Right, that makes sense. Celeste is such peak. Celeste is really good. Celeste is really fun. I didn't really return to it though. I kind of just, yeah, like I said, I just finished the game, got all of the achievements and be done with it. This is all memory. That's crazy. How are you even remembering that? Kagurabachi Battle Cats. Oh yeah. Yeah, guys, you guys know that in 13.6 they got Kagurabachi in here. They got peak in 13.6. That's crazy. Oh no, my VTuber avatar is being racist again. It's not good. Why? I'm not closing my eyes. Oh, God damn it. My avatar. Stop closing your eyes. No, why? My eyes are wide awake. Why? Okay, fine, whatever, man. Avatar's just a little EP. Oh well, that's fine. False information, ban this guy. No, what are you talking about? Kagurabachi is in Battle Cats at the peak. I haven't actually read Kagurabachi, but I've seen many discussions about it. It seems good. Seems like a lot of people really enjoyed it, which is good. It is kind of funny given that like it basically was like a meme thing at the start, but then people actually got into it and were like, huh, this manga's kind of good actually. Kagurabachi started with Morbius hype and is apparently good. Yeah, it is really funny. It's like people are like, Kagurabachi funny Morbius, and it's Kagurabachi time. It's peak, and then people continue reading. It's like, wait, this is actually peak. All right, so No, wait, hold on. Let me get a drink real quick. Probably should have filled my water bottle. What's crazy is people gassed it up on the very first chapter before literally anything happened. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure people gassed it up because it was kind of like Morbius hype, right? Like where, if I'm not mistaken, it initially was really because of like, oh my god, it's another shonen of like a samurai guy, of a guy with a sword. It's like another shonen with samurai, dark short-haired guy with a sword. Like, how original, how boring. And so people were kind of making like a Morbius joke where it's like, haha, this is gonna be like the best thing ever, even though I'm totally not interested. It's totally gonna be trash. But then it turns out to not be trash. It turns out to be really good. Then with the Dynamite, I thought it was a future thing. No, it's already out. It's already out now. All of these guys copying Yajirobe. That's true. They did the Morbius thing because it looked like it would be edgy. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure like like even on the first chapter, like the character is supposedly looking edgy and everything, right? But then in later chapter, it turns out it's like he kind of just looks edgy, but like everything around him is not. So it was initially because they think that this is going to suck, but turns out it's not. All right, so oh my god, this. Oh well, I guess my avatar would be racist the entire time, but that's fine. So, 13.6 update has just dropped. Not just dropped, I guess. It's been like 20 days ago, but it's dropped. International probably in like a week or something. Speaking of a week, hopefully I can finish the video in a week because I have gotten all of the footages that I need to make the video. I just need to actually edit the video, and hopefully I can finish my talk video in a week. But yeah, anyways, 13.6. Let's go through pretty much all of this first, and then I guess I'll just move on to the details of everything first. So, new cats. There's 6 new units. One is Kagurabachi, aka it's not out yet, so I can't show it. And then there's a Dinosaur Uber in Almighties. This is the this is not an actual unit. This is just the spirit of the Dinosaur Uber. The Dinosaur Uber is a conjurer somehow. Also, I did touch on the Dinosaur Uber a little bit last stream, but I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth this stream again. And then there's a new egg unit. I think this new egg unit is also in this banner. All of these 3 are in the, oh fuck. Oh no, the page refreshed. Oh god damn it. I have to put Kagurabachi again. Oh, the page refreshed. Okay, give me a second. Since the page refreshed, I'm going to have to manually put Kagurabachi again because now the images would load again. 1 second, give me a second. I'm so sorry. I need to actually find the Kagurabachi image first. Here's the Kagurabachi image. Okay. I hate this. I hate that Photos is now hunting down shit like this. I guess I'll just... Oh man, I did a lot of more funnier stuff on, like, under the page and stuff like that too, but I guess I'm just gonna have to do a quick job for this instead of making it funny. Let's see, what else? It's just this and this. There we go. Okay. Now Peak is back. Alright. We're back. Are you actually suggesting that he actually isn't in game? No, I mean he is, but like, you know, Wiki can't show it, so you know. You could replace the word fandom with anti-fandom and you get a version with fandom with 0 ads and it's much smoother and faster. No, it's fine. I don't really care about that much. I'm only worried about... I don't really care about the ads. I already have ad blocker anyways, but like... The only thing that's bothering me is not showing new contents. That's literally it. But that's fine. The new content is Kagurabachi anyways. It's peak. 3 stream in 3 days. I know, right? It's crazy. I've been wanting to stream a little bit more. Why do you need to hide that unit? Because Ponos will kill me if I do. Ponos have tried to kill me twice. I would rather not repeat the same mistake. Replacing unreleased content with peak content. That's true. This is what Ponos should have released. But yeah, anyways. These 3 are all... Wait, you can see my mouse, right? Just... Can you guys see my mouse? I'm actually not sure. You probably can, right? You can't see my mouse, right? Firefox... Capture cursor. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. These 3 are all part of this summer gacha thing. It's basically like the buck gacha and all that stuff, you know? It's one of those lucky ticket things. And yes, these are the Mola enemies. They now turn into cat units. I am actually really interested on how this becomes like just straight up like normal cat units. Because like this isn't even like a collab or anything, right? Like this is just straight up. Well, I mean, I guess it sort of is a collab. I'm pretty sure this is partially a collab unit. But it's also like integrated into like normal event unit. It makes me wonder like how... What exactly is like the relationship between Mola Mola and Battle Cats now? I mean, in terms of like game. Because like... This is clearly supposed to be like Mola IP in a way, right? Like these are Mola units. But now it's like straight up in the normal events in Battle Cats, which is like, that's interesting. It's like the Polos like bought Mola Mola or something like that. Polo just said, screw it, we own Mola Mola now. Yeah, it's weird, like, cause like it's a whole different game, but I guess it's like, did they just acquire Mola Mola now or something? Mola Mola is dead, seems like it. They're trying to take it out, Lucas. We need to fight back. I don't think there's ways to fight back, but okay. I think Ponos owns Mola Mola. I'm not sure. Probably a new licensing thing. Yeah, I don't know. It is interesting to think about, though. It's like, what exactly happens to, like, Mola Mola? Now that, like, some of these guys are just straight up not in, like, collaboration event. I think Mola Mola is happening in JP version soon. Yeah, but it's like, this isn't exactly in like Mola event or Mola stages or Mola gacha. I'm pretty sure like this event also contains Mola enemies, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like not exactly a collab either. Because like the Clam, which is like the true form of this egg, is also not like a Mola unit, right? So it's like, what gives? It's like, that's weird. The Buck event has Mola enemies and it's been around for a while. Yeah, but it's also mixed with like not exactly a Mola collab thing. It's closer to like a summer event thing rather than like a Mola collapse, right? But well, I mean, it is both, but like with the whole Clam and everything, it's like this isn't something that happens to like any other collapse. Also, hi Sushi. Current summer event have Mola enemies in background. Yeah, but it feels like so integrated with the game, you know? Maybe it's just publicity since they might not really care about them using their Mola IP. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Will crap become superior? That would be funny. I actually do kind of like the crap enemy. Crap enemy is really funny. Alright, so, and then, we got 5 new true forms. Obviously, the big one is Slime Cat. We'll talk about Slime later. This is going to be a pretty big talk. Blizana gets a true form. I'm actually kind of surprised that Blizana didn't have a true form. I thought Blizana always had a true form for a while, but I guess not. Because I feel like, what's the one before Blizana? Was it Gravelodon? Gravelodon, right? Like, Gravelodon already had a true form in a while, but I guess Blizana haven't had one in a while. And then, we haven't had we already have the monkey true form too, right? Like monkey true form is also, I feel like, pretty old at this point. I'm surprised Blizana didn't have one for a while. Wasn't it Yami? Yeah. I think I was thinking of Yami. The monkey. And then there's the clam, which is the egg that we showed earlier. One new ultra form, Sakura Sonic gets an ultra form. I really like the design of the new ultra form. It's not super, well, no, it is pretty big, but like, I did just like rewatch the animation for attacking and stuff like that, and I thought it looks really cool. Apparently, Sun True Form stage is pretty hard, especially the restriction stage. I disagree, but we'll get into that later. And then new talents for Gladios. I almost said Gyarados. I almost said Gyarados because that's what Nadu always calls him. Nadu always calls him Gyarados. I think I was talking about Gladios to someone and I almost said Gyarados too. Because Nadu keeps on calling it Gyarados and I'm like, yeah, no, it's Gladios. And then one more for Kid Rager. The Brain Rot is reaching to him. I don't think it's exactly Brain Rot, but sure. And then, Ultra Talent for Ganesha. And then there's new enemies, which is just a fucking wood log, a fucking rock, and an Aku Brawlo, an Aku Sage Brawlo, which we'll also get into later. These two enemies are just event enemies, the rock and the wood. But they know, man, they know that Research Rock is the meta, and so they try to counter our rock with their own rock. They know it's the strongest thing ever. And then new stages, Zero Legends, events, gauntlets, and all that stuff. We got new combo with the new Sakura Sonic True Form, Ultra Form, and there's one with Cat Cannon Recharge L. This is the event gacha for those three. Banner change for the anti-metals one to get like the new metal. Oh wait, I guess this is technically future content. Ignore that. Actually, this is so they added Kagurabachi and Kagurabachi into the Kagurabachi set. So yeah. Anyways, there's a new the Dynamite Uber is in a new Dynamite set, and there's another Kagurabachi and Kagurabachi. I guess I can talk about the miscellaneous changes too, aside from user rank, whatever. Well, at least this user rank rewards are better than the usual, instead of like, oh, here's some bricks and whatever. There's Platinum Shard again for 23k, Legend Cat Size and Special Cat Size, no Dark Cat Size. And then in here, there are new UI for captive challenges, which is the missions. So for the missions now, you can see the UI changes now. The tab on the top is no longer like the left and right. It's like just straight up 4 different tabs that you can choose, which is already really nice. There's even like the notification on it if you already got the something that is cleared, which is good. And then there's also these you see these green buttons, right? So obviously the yellow buttons means these are something that you can already claim, but the green buttons are for if you haven't finished a mission. You can press the green button, and then it'll ask you, for example, this mission for the rare ticket. It asks you to clear the Otherworldly Coliseum event stage, right? And if you press the green button, it'll ask you, hey, do you want to go there? And if you press yes, it'll just straight up bring you to the related event. That is really good. This is a very good change. This is super good. I really like this a lot. Not aside from just like the tab, but also just like the shortcut to that. That's also really nice. They did also recently, a couple of updates ago, where they added like the double tap to go to the treasure, a double tap treasure to go to the stage related to it. That is also nice. They've been adding quite a good amount of what do you call it? Wait, what's the term? Quality of life changes. They have done good amount of quality of life changes recently. It's really good. Yeah, sort of selectable categories from 1 box to 4, and for mission to respective stages, and then game up when the mission has been completed. Yeah, so those are very nice. And then I don't have to scroll 2 years to find a black cycle for the rewards. Wait, what? Oh, do you mean for like stuff for like the restriction stages? Yeah, I think that would be, yeah, that is very helpful. That is very nice. Enemy Dictionary revamp text update. I'm surprised they haven't done that, given that like they've done so many QOL changes, but not Enemy Dictionary for some reason, which is like probably like the biggest thing that you should have done for a while. And then updated opening and endings. So yeah, if you're like on the opening or ending screen, you can just hold the screen and it'll go a little bit faster. I tried it just earlier. It just goes like slightly faster. It doesn't even go like that fast. It only goes like by slightly faster. That's it. And now opening will play while downloading data. So do I have a screenshot for this? Let me check. Ah, yeah, here it is. Okay, so if you're like downloading data, like, you know, after you finish the update and then you still have like the downloading stuff, right? It'll play the intro while the download is on the bottom left over there. Like, so yeah, you can keep on just it's not just like a black screen. It's not that crazy. I mean, you're literally still just gonna have to wait for the intro to finish, but it's something. It does look cleaner. It does look nicer. But it's not that crazy, I think, but it does look nicer. And then there's the opening will change depending on the last area of the game that was played, rather than using Empire Cat's opening all the time. Right. So I also tried this earlier. It's basically like if the last stage that you play is like, for example, Into the Future, when you close the game and you open the game again, it will show the opening for Into the Future rather than like Empire of Cats, because all of the time when you open the game, it's always Empire of Cats, right? But if the last thing you play is Into the Future, it'll show the opening for Into the Future. If it's Cosmos, it's Cosmos. If it's Stories of Legend, it's Stories of Legend, and all that stuff. And it always did that? No, it's always shown the Empire of Cats opening. Granted, I'm sure everybody would just skip the opening, but like, it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. There's another one that I don't think Wiki listed, which is that this is if you force close. You know, if you force close, then you have like the do you want to continue the last stage pop-up thing? It becomes this. It's the same thing, but it looks cleaner and it doesn't show your inquiry code, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. I think that does it show your inquiry code? I think it doesn't show your inquiry code here. No, I think it does. I'm not sure. I think someone said that it still does show your inquiry code later. It's not a system message now. Yeah. It's like they actually have like a proper UI for this, which is nice. I think that's about it for the miscellaneous. Let me check. I guess there's like new backgrounds, but I think we'll talk about that later. Yeah, I think we'll talk about that later. I wish the inquiry code would just be in the setting in the menu for the first time we play the game. I wish inquiry code is just straight up not a thing. But oh well. I feel like that's supposed to be like, you know, just make the save like an actual cloud save, please. But yeah, it looks like Battle Cats now. Yeah. Hide inquiry code update after EOC revamp. I would rather. I feel like the inquiry code is probably more of a pressing matter than EOC revamp. Like EOC revamp would be a lot, but I feel like inquiry code is like, yeah, it is a lot, but I feel like it's so important for a lot of players. Because like if you check like the Battle Cats review on like Play Store and stuff like that, it's like those two are like the main problems for the most part that people have. One is that EOC is annoying and it's too long and it's too hard, even though EOC is not hard, but that's just a game being filtering out people, I guess. But the second biggest one is definitely like the save system being really bad. Can you move inquiry code because 10 people managing the account recovery email will lose their job? That's crazy. You're right though. Inquiry code doesn't show during force close, but it shows during the loading. Oh, that's ass. That's annoying, but oh well. EOC and especially ITF1 are so boring, it's crazy. I don't mind ITF1. Because you're introduced with new aliens and stuff like that in ITF1, but like ITF1, you just have to go through it once, and then ITF2 and 3, it's like completely different stuff, right? EOC is literally 3 of the same stages. It's like 47 of the same stages 3 times. They'll just send those 10 workers to work on Labyrinth stage? That's crazy. They already finished Labyrinth, but okay. What they can do is what other gachas do. Code doesn't show up initially, but you can tap on the area where the code is to show it. Yeah, that's also like the more obvious solution. But like, I feel like, you know, the best solution would just be straight up not have like stupid ass code system where your save file is like purely offline. Anyways, let's get on to the updates. Most of these are really interesting stuff. I think I'm gonna go with the less interesting stuff first out of the way. Let's go with the basic talents. Gladios and Kin Ranger. I'm sorry, you're not bad units, but you're definitely one of the less exciting thing about this update. Gladios talent now have mini wave. It's a 50% chance of mini wave, which is kind of ass. It's only 50% chance. It's kind of sucks. It's whatever. It's only a mini wave. Level 3 is okay, but it's 50% for a Dragon Empress that moves slow and attacks slow. Okay. Survive is good, but it costs a lot of NP. Are you really going to use all that for Gladios? It's a good unit, but are you really going to spend that much? Cost down is okay. Again, really expensive. Why would you? And then basic, whatever. It's like, okay. 10% DPS boost, hell yeah. Yeah, I mean... yeah. I feel like if this is 100%, this would have been at least decent. But goddamn, only 50% kind of sucks, unfortunately. Alright, I'm gonna blitz on to the next ones. Kindaro. This one also, unfortunately, isn't that great. Talents. Target red. Okay. His ability is slow and curse, which is like, okay, I mean, that's neat, but which reds even have like abilities aside from like, I guess, JJ Jackrabbit? But even then, it's like, just kill JJ Jackrabbit. You don't need to curse him. Slow is also kind of whatever. We already have like a bunch of anti-reds. It doesn't really matter that much. Increasing curse duration is also whatever. It literally only increases duration by 1 second. Okay. Resist Vreeze. Unironically, this might be like his best talent. Like, in a way, it sucks, but if you get like the level 1, that's 16% freeze resist for like if you want to use it on like Henry or whatever, and it's cheap. So you might as well just get that rather than like the other talents, I feel like. I feel like getting a level 1 resist freeze is like his best talent. Professor A counter real. He already has like good damage against Professor A, and him having target red doesn't really change that much. He already have like the same amount of damage against Professor A, regardless of his target trait. He doesn't really need the slow or curse. I mean, I guess curse does help you with like Row entering the his attack and all that stuff, but it's like, I don't think it's worth. It's simply not that worth. Professor A is a valid choice, but it's like, that's so niche. Maybe that red otter with a stamp. That is true, but that's also an event enemy only. Kid Rangers outrageous Professor A? Don't think so. Yeah, no, he doesn't. But like, he has LD. He has pretty big LD. Red H and curse? Yeah, but I don't think the knockback is that crazy from energy usually. CTO Seal just appears in ZL. That is true. That is true. You can use him for CTO Seal, but it's a bit forced, but that is true. But yeah, it's not the craziest thing. It's like, I guess you can use it for like specific scenarios, but it's definitely not the most exciting thing. I'm sure there are some interesting usages out of it though. The red horse with the freeze mini wave. Oh, that is true actually. That is true. That is actually a pretty good one to actually use him on. Too bad he only appears on like one event. But I think that is also fair. That is also fair. But again, it's also like red enemy, which is like, okay. Me when I courier. What else? Ultra Talent for Ganesha. This isn't not okay. This is actually exciting, but since we are on the topic of talents, Ganesha also gets the treatment of Ku and Anubis with having attack frequency up. I don't think I have I don't think I have the stats for this, but like I'm pretty sure his DPS now like almost rivals, not even almost rivals, I think it just straight up like rivals Dastley with the attack frequency up. It is pretty damn good, and especially since it doesn't rely on Surge. Well, okay, with Strengthen, I think with Strengthen he like basically beats Dastley in DPS, but it also, since he doesn't rely on Surge, that means like you can also use him for like for Surge immune enemies. It's pretty damn good. He straight up more than Dastley with stat talents. That's pretty damn good, yeah. He also got immune to wave and immune to freeze, which is like, immune to wave is I think pretty good for just making him more relevant in certain situations. And immune to freeze is not bad. It's not the worst thing ever. It's not the best thing ever. But I think it's relevant enough. 26k DPS versus Dastley 22. That's crazy good. Is that with this is Strengthen, right? I'd imagine that's with Strengthen. They did my boy well. Yeah, Ganesha's doing really well with this Ultra Talent. This is definitely one of the, would I say best Ultra Talent? I'm not really sure. But I feel like it easily is like up there in probably, yeah, it probably is the best, isn't it? It's probably the best. It definitely outclasses Ku, that much is for sure. Because Ku's DPS doesn't even like rival Dastley by that much. Like her DPS, like Ku's DPS isn't even as much as Dastley. But Ganesha straight up has like Dastley DPS and LD with the same standing range. I'm pretty sure Ganesha is just straight up better than Ku. Ku's only like good thing that comes out of Ku is that she has target red, target relic, and Surge immune. But outside of that, like Ganesha is still going to destroy everything else. But even then, like just having LD is already insane, even if you're not against like even if you're against like red, black, or relic. I feel like just having LD already makes you way better than like non-LD unit, especially with someone that lower DPS than you. In performance, I don't think it's as much as what Anubis gets, but looking at the final unit, Ganesha as himself is probably the best Uber that's a UT. I think so, yeah. Improvement-wise, I mean, I don't think it matters improvement-wise in a way where it's like, I don't know, because I feel like Ku improvement-wise is probably better than Anubis. In terms of Ultra Talent anyways, because like I think Anubis, what also makes Anubis really good is the Surge Talent, but Surge Talent is a normal talent and not Ultra Talent. But Ku's normal talent is just straight up doo-doo. Ku's Ultra Talent is actually really good. But as a unit, I mean, even like Ku Ultra Talent as a unit still gets outclassed by a lot of like generic LD Ubers at level 60. But Ganesha being an LD Uber with busted ass stats is like obviously much better. I feel like normal player wouldn't get affected that much because Ganesha goes from OP LD offense to slightly more OP LD offense. I mean, when it comes to like, yeah, but at the same time, Battle Cats players don't really want to, like, it just doesn't really make that much sense for a lot of Battle Cats players to invest on not good units to make them great. They would rather invest on already good units to make them better. Like, I'm just speaking out of, like, I think from what I see on a casual lens. I think a lot of people would really never care about, like, oh, this bad unit is now good. They would rather just invest in Dastly. Like, seeing from, like, personal experience anyways. Like, this is why people would, like, use Dark Eyes on, like, Fanoa and Dastly, right? Rather than going for Ultra Form or Ultra Challenge or whatever. Even if they have, like, really interesting unit that can be used as Ultra Talent or Ultra Form. It's like, why would you invest on that when you can just invest on Dastly? Like, that's already a good unit. Since when the majority of BC players are normal? I mean, this is like what I am talking about, like majority of BC players is like, that's the general, that is usually the general mindset of like, why would you want to use like the bad unit turn good when you can just use the unit that is already good? Like, just go with that, and then make that more improved, right? Like in this case, it's like, why would you go invest all out on Anubis or whatever when you already have Ganesha, which is like on the base form is already really good, and then on Ultra Talent is even better. Because advantage she makes Lucas blush. This is true. But I mean, it's like, I think I'm not sure if I've talked about this that much, but like, Ku's Ultra Talent isn't even that crazy good. Like, at least in terms of like what kind of unit she stands as a level 60 unit. Like, as a level 60 unit, her stats is kind of just like great. But compared to like a lot of like top tier Ubers, she still can't beat a lot of top tier Ubers. Like, she's still like, one of the main problems is literally just her not having any piercing range and not having any LD, not having any wave or surge or whatever. Hurts her a lot in like the newer meta and all that stuff, and especially in like top tier meta. That's why like I think Gigapult is straight up a better choice, and in this case Ganesha too, because they're LD, and like LD has like gigantic advantage in literally every part of the game, especially in late game. Why get cool Ultra Talents when you have Dastly? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, why would you invest Dark Eyes on Ku when you can just invest Dark Eyes on Dastly? And it's like straight up would perform better for most stages anyways. Why would they get Akira's Ultra Talent when they can just level 60 Dastly? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like Akira with full talents and everything is a good unit. But like, why would you do that when you have Dastly? Dastly rant go. Yeah, I'm just talking about Dastly again. Why NP into Ganesha talents when you have Balrog? I mean, those are two completely separate units, right? But like, I think Ganesha actually like rivals Dastly in terms of usefulness with all of this, and I think that's why it's like a top tier Ultra Talent, because it's like, this actually is like a legitimate investment, right? Like, this one's actually a legitimate investment because you can actually use Ganesha over Dastly in stages that have like surge immunes and all that stuff. But yeah, this is a very good Ultra Talent. Definitely up there. I don't know if it's exactly the best, but it's definitely up there. So I guess Ganesha players rejoice. Afro users in shambles as usual. And then, okay, Blizana true form. You're next. And I guess Sakura true form after that. Okay, Blizana, admittedly, I don't really remember what you do that much. I know you're extending multi-hit weaken, but honestly, Blizana is so forgettable. Blizana is so fucking forgettable. I barely remember what she does. But what Kagurabachi collab? Unfortunately, we're gonna have to skip Kagurabachi collab. But yeah, Blizana, I kind of forget what you even do. My goodness, that's a lot of abilities. Multi-hit Omni Strike, slow aliens and zombies, resist aliens and zombies, zombie killer, barrier break on third hit, Colossus Slayer immune to slow and warp. What's your changes again? You are so forgettable. That's quite a big of HP boost actually. That's a pretty big HP boost. Some slight DPS change and longer backswing? Wait, what? Okay, I didn't know that. She has longer backswing? I mean, that's interesting. I have not done my research on Blizana. What do you mean longer backswing? Hold on, how do you attack? So, bum, bum, bum. And if you're on true form, that's a really good animation. I did remember seeing the animation, which is really good. Oh, is it just... wait, what? Are you a full backswing unit now? Is that it? Attack frequency... No, you're not. Attack frequency is 8 seconds, so you just have straight up longer backswing. That's interesting. Did the multi change? I don't think so. It says 60, 70, 80. 60, 70, 80. No, it's the same. The range is also the same. 350, 450, 550, 350, 450, 550. Blizana's true form advantages has good design. That is true. That is true. Backswing good or bad? Usually it's good. But... I think it's good. Because I think if you are in anti-zombie, you want to hang back a little bit longer. Usually. She does become quite a decent tank, I guess, with this. Not really sure if this is... I don't think this is that good still, though. I mean, the health buff is really nice. But I don't think there's that much zombies you like to tank for the most part. This is another Big Pang Z counter moment. Big Pang Z now has like 10 billion counter. Now Blizana with the Toxic Immune is also another Big Pang Z counters. In Catbot data, the attack animation of both forms is the exact same. Wait, what? Did Wiki just mess up or something? But they like list this like straight up like different backswing. That's interesting. It's just to match the animation, probably. But yeah, I think this is fine. What's your 6 cat food, 6 blue, 3 epics? That's not bad. This is a pretty cheap true form, so I guess you might as well just get it. But it's kind of a whatever true form. And it's cheap enough, that is true. It is cheap enough, so like if you have her, you might as well just true form it. But like a pretty tanky backwall zombie, yeah, but there's not that much zombies you want to tank for the most part though. There's Dabu. That's about it. There's the Mel, but I'm pretty sure we already have Shigong for that. Why does Polos hate Big Pang Z so much? I wonder about that too. I don't know why they keep on just adding Toxic Immune to like anti-zombies. It's so funny. Probably wiki misinfo or bug. I mean, looking at the animation, it feels like it kind of makes sense. No, I guess not. Wait, actually, is it faster here? No, yeah, it is a little bit faster on Evolve, I think. Because on Evolve, after she bounces back, she immediately was able to move again. It's like she bounces back, and then she moves. But on True Form, after she bounces back, she needs to wait for the staff to fully finish her animation. Bounces back, and then the staff retracts, and then she moves. Yeah, no, I think this is an actual animation change. I think her animation did actually change, yeah. It does look like her backswing is increased. Pre-True Form is unusable because she doesn't have HP at all. After True Form is not usable, her piercing slow is pretty good too. Is it? I guess so. The HP buff is quite a lot, and especially with resist since it's like times 5. But I don't know, I guess for aliens it would be better, and especially for like Colossus. But for zombies, well, I guess you can still tank like You can still tank like cadavers and stuff like that, even if she doesn't outrange. She does have the weaken, which also gives her an extra edge. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I guess you can still use her for zombies, even if it's not like something that you... Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. She does have like full weaken too. This can tank Boar, I think. I mean, Boar's not that hard to tank. I'm more thinking about Cadaver, if anything. She doesn't outrange Cadaver, but if she weakens and with her health, I guess she can also tank Cadaver. She's the COTC outbreak counter. That is true. I wonder if she can even tank Zappy. She might not, but we'll just have to see. Is this why Zappy has Warp? So her Warp immune can come in handy. She does have weaken. Oh wait, who am I thinking about that has weaken? Wait, who has weaken in... Why did I think of weaken? Was it Yami that has weaken? Who in Pixies have weaken? Zappy has warp? Yeah, Zappy has warp. Yami? Oh right, Yami has weaken. I completely forgot about that. I got them both mixed. Both of them, both Yami and Blizana are like so forgettable. I mean, I guess Blizana, I guess this is still pretty good, but Luminala? Oh yeah, I guess Luminala. For the most part, Luminala would just kill everyone first before actually applying anything else. Air? Air has weaken? I didn't even remember Air has weaken. I know he has knockback. I don't remember he has weaken. But yeah, man, like, some of these guys are just so forgettable, unfortunately. I'm sure they're still good against their target trait. It's just forgettable. Weaken is a talent. Talent gives Air weaken. Oh, I see. I completely forgot about that. It's shit, unfortunately. It's Air talent that no one talks about. Yeah, I mean, I remember Air because I used Air a decent amount when it first came out, but like, now there's a lot of like really good barrier breaker choices that like, yeah, unfortunately Air does kind of like lose to a lot of like barrier breakers. Because like the main thing about Air back then was like, he's really good at barrier breaking. But then nowadays it's like, yeah, Breaker Blast, go! So it doesn't even matter that much. Hearing Necrodancer music suddenly come on the Lucas stream is still surreal. I need to play Necrodancer again. I haven't finished my story mode run. I keep on trying to practice with Arya, but I keep on always just fucking up somewhere or just getting really unlucky with my runs. I need my +1 damage. If I don't have my +1 damage, it's Jover. Starting most attempts stream. I probably will. If maybe, I'll try it more off stream. But if I have the time, I might try it on stream. Anyways, that is all for the Blizza. Okay, let's move on to Sakura Sonic. Sakura Sonic, I don't even fully remember what happened to you either. But you do have really cute dress on true form. It is very nice. I like this animation. Let me go here. So this is the true form. This is the usual true form attack, right? Whee! Like she always just looks at her phone every time she attacks. This is the true form. And then in Ultra form, she have like a selfie stick. She have a selfie stick now. And I think on her idol, she like talks in her phone too. Yeah, she just like chats in her phone. Maybe she's streaming or something, I don't know. And on attack, she's like, yeah, let's go. And then she takes a selfie. That's so cute. Maybe she's streaming actually or something, I don't know. Actually, what is her description? Let me check. Damn, no translation? That's crazy. Translate selection to English, please? From English to English, no. Okay, let me just copy this to translate google.com actually. She's a TikToker now? That's crazy. High school girl battles the hobby of live streaming. She is a live streamer with top secret missions. She rarely launches critical attacks and extremely resistant metal enemies, slowing her movement and lowering attack power. Yeah, so she's a streamer now. It's just like me for real. That's why she's like chatting on the phone. She's going like, watch this chat. And then takes a selfie afterwards. Why are you taking a selfie in the middle of a stream? Watch this chat. It's very cute. I really like this new animation. This is also the first time when I was checking out her design, I never noticed how much fucking keychains she has. She has like keychain of look at this keychain on right here. There's a keychain of like Gory for some reason. Keychain of Gross Cat, Snake, and also Cyberface for some reason. But I mean, I know why Cyberface, because she's an anti-metal. But also, why does she have like a gory one for this? It's very weird. She already had this in true form too, I think. Yeah, she already had those on true form. The cat, the snake, the gross, the cyberface, and the gory. I don't know why she have the gory. I get everything else because they're kind of cute, but I don't understand the gory one. Alright, there we go. Chat, watch this be a crit, and then she doesn't crit. Hell yeah. Zero chance brain rot has consumed... Non-zero chance brain rot has consumed her as well? Definitely. Lucas Sakura Sonic cosplay? Oh, hell no. This is a lot of stuff, bro. I ain't getting all that. That's crazy shit. Certified small trinket collector, she's just like me. I don't really collect these kind of stuff that much. Unless it's cheap. And it's like something that is like very much related to what I like. I mean, I guess I do collect some Battle Cat stuff if I see it. So maybe I do. Maybe I am kind of like her for real, for real. But yeah, really good design. Very nice, very cute. She's just chronically online like most of us. Hell yeah. Maybe I'll get the collab with her one day. Right, so Ultra Form. She now has good DPS. But this is level 60. As usual, I am going to use level 30 stats. 30 plus 0. I'm gonna use level 30 stats just because it's more comparable. So yeah, she now have like a better DPS now. Previously where her base DPS at level 30 is 3,900. Now it's 4,400, which is like about 10% higher. It's not great, but it does kind of put her on like a usable kind of deal when it comes to like a generalist somewhat. I mean, you are going to use her at level 60 anyway, so she's definitely gonna have like a decent amount of damage, but it's still not the craziest amount of damage. What else was her change again? Hold on. I think she has like Surge Immunity or something like that, right? No, not Surge Immunity. I think she has a Surge Immune talent, was it? Where's her talents? Yeah, she has Immune to Wave and Surge talents. So now... Oh, I think she also has like Piercing range in the Ultra form, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she has like... She now, from 420, she have an Omni Strike up to 470, which is pretty good. So now she's kind of like an Omni Strike attacker somewhat, and you can kind of use her for like a Wave Immune or Surge Immune generalist if you don't really have a better choice, in my opinion. If you have other choices, chances are you're not gonna use her for your first ever pick. But with the better Omni Strike and better damage, I think she's a somewhat valid choice for a Wave and Surge stage, somewhat. You could probably use her for something like Infernal 30, since that has like both Wave and Surge, right? She feels a bit over-designed, but the animations make up for it. I kind of like the over-design a little bit. it's kind of pretty in a way. I don't know. Sometimes over design is a little bit bad, yeah, but this one I kind of like for some reason. More anti-coronium. You know what is a good anti-coronium? Royal Guard Cat. But that's a topic for another day. Surge immune for Adrift and Fear, 500-second timer enemies. I don't remember which one that is. What else was there changes? Her slow duration changed, her critical change from 5 to 8. Her weaken also gets increased. So, general improvement for anti-metal, but I don't think that's the most exciting thing around, to be honest, because like I think she's already a really good anti-metal anyways before this. The crit chance is kind of funny though, because on top of having the crit chance from 5% to 8%, remember how Sakura Sonic already has a singular slot crit up combo? Now in her Ultra form, she also gets another one. So now she has a total of 3 combos, 2 of them being crit up. So if you use the Ultra form, it is basically the equivalent of what's it called? Miracle Performance, the crit up M. So it's 2 more extra critic chance. On top of just giving her, 2% crit chance, this also means everything else in your lineup also gets a 2% crit chance. So you can use Minisaurus, and then you can use wait, what's the name again? Miracle Performance, Minisaurus, and then her, and then you can get a like 3 seconds cooldown camera with like 6% crit chance. It's pretty good. Pretty good. What's the crit chance with just her combos? It'll be 10. Because she has 8, and this each of these is a 1% bonus. So it would be a 8 plus 2. 2 slot crit up SM, defense SM. Yeah, you can also use more crit up here. There are other crit ups like Whale Digger and stuff like that. But I think it would be funnier if you used Minisaurus for the for just having Catasaurus as well as like making Cameraman more spammable. We're increasing Manic Island crit chance with this one. That is true, you can also increase Manic Island crit chance. Don't forget the defense up combo with Rage is also a great anti-metal. Yeah, but already if you're using Miracle Performance and Minisaurus, that's already 4 slots. And I guess if you're... Yeah, it would be too much slots. But yeah, she got some pretty good combos. Overall, pretty good. I don't know if it's exactly still worth investing on Ultra form, cause like I feel like she's already really good against metals, right? I feel like it's kind of in a similar situation with like Kaguya, where they're already good. So the Ultra form, but like they're already good for a specific trait. But then the True form just makes them better for that one specific trait, and it's like, okay. In a way, if you want to True form, if you want to Ultra form Sakura, in my opinion, it's for the sake of of having a Wave Immune and Surge Immune attacker over actually an anti-metal. Because like, metals are not that crazy of like an enemy. Especially nowadays, I feel like the past like half a decade or so, it's like metals have not really been relevant that much. There's only like one relevant metal stage, and it's March to Death. But is she even good for March to Death? And even then, are you going to get her Ultra form before March to Death? It's like, what's her Ultra form cost? It's pretty cheap. It's 15 purple and 1. Oh wait, no, this is True form. Well, okay, this is still pretty cheap. Purple Behemoth, Red Behemoth, Gem, and Epic Seed. It's not that bad. I already think our True form is good enough anyways, with only Ultra form for the design. Yeah, I don't think this Ultra form is the craziest thing. I think it is neat, but like, I feel like if you want to ultra form her, it would be if you're lacking in wave immune and surge immune units. But like if you already, I don't know, I don't think it's that crazy of a unit to actually ultra form. The epic seed is annoying? I don't think so. I mean, if you already have enough for an ultra form, epic seed should not be your concern. Epic seed is pretty easy to get. Actually, that does make me... Okay, I'm going to... a little bit of a sidetrack rant. Not rant, I guess, sidetrack thing. I don't understand why people have problems with growing epic. I understand the... Not problem in a way where it's like... design-wise, because like, yeah, I think growing epic, only having a chance to get Miracle Iris sucks. I don't like farming growing epic because of like the chance space to actually get Miracle Iris. Yeah, that sucks. But a lot of people find the stages troublesome, and I'm like, no. I mean, I kind of get if you're unlucky with the one horn, I guess, but like that's about it. Like that's the only reason on why you would lose on Miracle Iris, is that like if you're unlucky with the ultra form, I'm sorry, my brain is not functioning. Like if you're unlucky with the cyber horn, like yeah, I guess, but like other than that, it's like it's a very straightforward stage. Sounds like a skill issue? Yeah, but like I've noticed that it's pretty common. Like I noticed a decent amount of people ask for help for Epic Seed, and I'm like, really? That is weird. 350 energy and 40% chance sucks. Yeah, it does kind of suck to farm it. The stage is like super easy. That's what I thought too, but like apparently there's a decent amount of people that like actually have trouble with it, so I don't really understand. Maybe I'll have to revisit it at one point. Anyways, that is all for like the Uber stuff. Let's move on to the non-Uber stuff. There's Superintendent. I hope you're ready for Steam Clams. I thought you mean Steam Hams. No. It's a regional dialect. But anyways, this is Clam Cat. Steam Clams. This is like, okay, well, I'm just gonna say it out straight. It's not a good unit. It's a resist red and black unit with not that crazy of HP, definitely no damage, and it's immune to knockback, which is neat, but there's already way better choices for Steam Clams. The one thing that I did notice that is really funny about Clam is that it has 100 range, which I'm pretty sure is tied as like the lowest range in the game with Little Eraser. The funny thing about having 100 range is that you can kind of use this to like cheese some stages. Due to having 100 range, and since most of like common weak peons is like 110, you can technically push a lot of like weak peons behind the base and not kill the peons and have them like stuck by the enemy limit, which would be like really funny. Tight with Little Eraser and every egg for the lowest range. Yeah. But like with unlike eggs, like this one have like stats, right? Like it's not the best stats or whatever, but it has stats, so it is kind of funny in a way. Can it fend off Ahirujo? If you're an early behemoth, then yes, you can definitely use him for Ahirujo. But at the same time, like this requires 10 purple and 10 red, which is like you might as well just get Courier. And if you already have Courier, it's like, why would you use this guy? So yeah, not the best thing around. I'm sure you could probably find some funny usages for him, but for the most part, not something that is really worth going through. Tanker with 2 knockback at this time of the day. This part of regression localized entirely with a seasonal event. Yes. I mean, 2 knockbacks isn't that bad. 1 knockback would be good, but I think 2 knockback is still like pretty acceptable. You got stuff like Roll, which is also like 2 knockbacks. I think if you're like not a meat shield kind of tank, like if you're a meat shield kind of tank, then yeah, I guess, well, yeah, I mean, I guess this is kind of like a meat shield kind of tank, but like, I don't know. You can definitely use it. It's just that it's probably a little bit redundant with Courier. Free user rank, don't complain. Yeah, that's also fair. Kind of suffer and outclassed by Row and Gas Mask. Well, I mean, who's gonna use Gas Mask anyway? But yeah, not the greatest unit. It is funny though. I don't think I've ever even seen his animation. Let me check his animation real quick. It do be walking. Oh my god, it's so jiggly. Wait, that's actually kind of cute. Look how jiggly this guy is. That's actually kind of cute. How do you attack? Oh my god, wait, that actually looks really funny. Look at him fucking scratching like that. Like it's actually Fat Cat. Okay, never mind. This cat is peak actually. It's really cute. It's very jiggly. That's terrifying? No, what do you mean? It's cute. Better jiggle physics than Galaxy Gals. That is true. Look at them jiggle, bro. Slime Cat True Form real. Okay, I guess we can talk about Slime Cat True Form after this. Is there anything else that I can talk about? Well, I guess yeah. There's the new units, and yeah, I guess let's just go with Slime Cat now. Let's just talk about Slime Cat's True Form now. So, Slime Cat's True Form. This is definitely the highlight of this update. Everyone's been waiting for this to settle on the Slime Cat versus Jelly Cat debate. Finally, we got Manju Cat. The main difference is the attack range goes from 140 to 180, and the movement speed goes from 15 to 20. That is basically it, and also the wave attack increases in level. But for the most part, it's just the attack range and the movement speed. And this is such a big fucking deal for Slime Cat. I think I have mentioned this before, that like all Slime needed for True Form was just speed, and that's already like a really solid True Form. And lo and behold, Slime got speed. But on top of that, attack range is also a really good, this is also a really good change, for even just from like 140 to 180. It is a very good change. Let me check. So this is a list of a bunch of enemies from 140 to 180. Okay, there are a couple more, but like these are just a couple of them where Slime previously could not outrange these guys. Now they can. Like Slime can outrange Zangru. Slime can outrange Oda, Dashon, Zombo, fucking Cyclone for some reason. Wait, no, Cyclone same range, so you can't. But like, it can't outrange Zangru. It's not Oda though, not Oda. But everything under this, you can easily outrange. Not Wing Piggy, because Wing Piggy's in a range. Probably a little bit iffy on Zangru because of clipping. But yeah, the range increase is very big. I think I have a list that I tweeted somewhere that I need to find that. Hold on, I did not prepare for this. I have a list. Okay, here. So yeah. Oh wait, no, hold on. Where is it? Ah, here. So yeah, Slime True Form now outrages Borophim, Gory variants, Steel variants, including Zeal, but not Emperor's or Seal. Alien Seal has crazy range, so not that. It can outrange Cyboy, can outrange Little Bun Buns, can outrange Starpang. I'm pretty sure they used to like lose on a 1v1 versus Starpang, but now you can definitely win. And then you can outrange Berserk Hori. You can outrange basic and angel hippo, but not zombie and alien. You can outrange some pig variants, including the big red alien one. You can outrange the you can outrange Zangru and Dr. KO. I'm pretty sure you can also now outrange seal variants, by the way, including Metal Seal. You can outrange Metal Seal, which means you can just stack up slime on Metal Seal now, which is kind of insane. I don't think you can outrange Super Metal Hippo. Actually, I'm not sure. Wait, can you outrange Super Metal Hippo? What is Super Metal Hippo's range? I don't think you can, right? Super Metal Hippo's like 190 or something, no? Super Metal Hippo... No, Super Metal Hippo's 170. Okay, never mind. You can actually outrange Super Metal Hippo. So yeah, you can stack slime on Super Metal Hippo and Metal Seal, which is kind of insane. Akugori is the only one that matters. Yeah, you can also outrange Akugori, I'm pretty sure. It is crazy how good Slime True Form is. Here's another showcase. I'm gonna steal this from Marky Quad, I'm sorry. Like, okay, so yeah, the movements change and all that stuff. You can easily hit Midnight D with this. Maybe not super easily, but like much more reliably, you can now just like straight up hit Midnight D, which is insane. Here's another testing that Marky Quad have. These are some very interesting interactions. You can now win against Wild Doge on a 1v1. It's stolen. Nah, yeah, it's fine. Hi, Marky Quad. Yummers. For Relic Doge, I think it trades? No, I guess you... Wait, yeah, I guess you win against Relic Doge. I thought you trade. That's interesting. For Sorrel... Okay, yeah, Sorrel is a big one. You can trade with Sorrel. That is crazy. And then for Boar, I think you also... No, you win, right? You win against Boar. Yeah, you win against Boar. Like, that's crazy. These are some really, really good interaction. It is actually insane how good this guy is. Oh, right. I also have a tweet for this from what I see from testing. Yeah. Wait. Oh, Kisnall. Hi. Welcome. What were you doing? Actually, hold on. Thank you for the raid. Let me check. What's my shoutout? What's my shoutout again? Was it SO? Oh, I guess my command was broken. I'm sorry. What were you? Shout. Okay, there we go. Today was the yearly Legend Quest stream. Yo, let's go. The best event. I hope you enjoyed your Legend Quest stream. And welcome. We're discussing the new update. For Relic Doge, it depends on the frame position. Either Manju win or trade. Ah, I see. Same as Sorrel? Wait, can Manju win against Sorrel? Or do you mean is it either trade or lose? Because like Manju winning against Sorrel sounds crazy. I got the double Henry level. Oh boy. You just gotta rush it, right? But yeah, it is really good. The new Slime True Form interaction. It is insane. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is what Slime is based off. These are some cake thingy. So I think there's a better picture. Who are these people? why are there so many person here? But yeah, Slime is based off like these kind of like snacks. That's why there's like the chocolatey insides. That's what the manju is. It's supposed to be like a snack. I saw some people mentioning that the bottom part looks like a bottle cap, but no, that's like a plate. That's like a snack plate essentially. If you ever gone to like some Chinese restaurant and you order like I don't know what the word is in English, but like steamed buns and stuff like that, then they would usually come with this like paper wrap thingy, paper plate thingy, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. There's an Indian actress named Manju. Ah, I see. I really like they kept him transparent. Yes, he's still gonna be slimy a little bit. I heard the slime was getting this. Yeah, it's just this update. It is some insane stuff. I think Raindrop Cake is more relatable. Raindrop Cake? Wait, not cat. Cake. I can kind of see it, yeah. But I mean, the translation is Manju, and there is the insides for Manju, right? Like, the chocolatey insides, too. Mantao? I don't think Mantao usually comes with those paper, though. Mantao usually just comes with, like, the wooden box thing, usually, I think. Would you eat slime manju? Oh, what are you asking about? Of course I would. What even is this raindrop cake? It looks really interesting, actually. Mizu Shingen Mochi. Mineral water and agar. Wow, that's literally it? It's literally just water. Okay. That is actually really funny. That is actually really funny. It's just straight up water. Me when I drink water, it's like fucking fried water. Fried water? Okay. It's like a sweet jelly marble. I want to eat one. Hell yeah. Yum water. But yeah, slime true form, I think it gets more or less exactly what it needs. If anything, I feel like it gets a little bit much. I feel like it really didn't need some of these buffs. But, oh well. Ponos has decided to give slime extra buffs than I feel like it needed to. But it's there, and I guess I'll take it. I found that in a department store near home, and I said, hey, that's slime true form. It's fate. Now buff that slime, that's crazy. But yeah, this is definitely like, it's already a powerful unit, and I think Ponos handled it pretty well. I feel like it's a little bit, like you can make it a little bit weaker and it would be fine. But it's okay, I guess. We love slime. We do love slime. You know the crazy thing about this? On the day of the update release, you know, we were talking about this true form and all that stuff in like the Reddit Discord news discussion channel, and some guy came in and was like, so what's the slime true form change? And we showed them the slime true form change, and they're like, what, range increase and speed increase? That's it? Wow, that's lame. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? They were like, wow, that's really underwhelming. Ponos doesn't know what they're doing. It's like, no! Like, what the fuck? This is already way more than enough. What are you talking about? Like, this is already beyond my expectations, if anything. Level 2 and speed up would have been slime, but that rage buff is crazy. Yeah, that rage buff, I feel like, is really extra. It's RBC, what do you expect? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they have like some role that like shows that they're like some pro or something like that. Like, I'm pretty sure they have one of those role that like shows they're some veteran or whatever. But it's like, you really see this and think it's not enough? For fucking Slime Cat? Already one of the best units in the game? Like, what the fuck else do you want? Like, that's crazy. It's still RBC, that is true. But like, it's so insane sometimes to think like what the fuck else do you want? Like, this is already so good. Clearly slime should have the speed of Maglev and Metal and Surge. I feel like they just see the damage numbers not going up. Like, the damage is not going up. It doesn't have like multiple surges or whatever. It's like, whatever. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this guy's already one of the best non-Uber units in the game. I have debate with everyone there all the time. God. From a casual doesn't mean like much of a big change. Yeah, but like at the same time, feels weird to like come in and judge a unit if you're knowingly a casual and you're like unsure about that, and you're just like, oh, is that really good? It's like, yeah, okay, sure. But then you come in and go like, wow, that's not much. It's like, what the fuck? Like, no. Maybe you should talk about Relic Beer's Red and Revenge as well. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I guess since we are already here, I do want to talk about that too. I think comparison would be like, imagine if Awakened Bahamut got 40 more range. I think that would have a little bit more. Yeah, that definitely would like. Yeah, I guess some people would also be unsure about how good that would be. Yeah, it's definitely busted, but some people would definitely be unsure about that. How big is the 40 range buff? In my opinion, very big. I remember that moment. That is crazy, dude. I actually got like so flabbergasted by that guy. It's like, what? But yeah, to get Slime True Form, obviously you need to go beat the new Queen Bee stages, Revenge and Wrath of Queen Bee. The Wrath of Queen Bee, do I have a picture for this? No, I don't. But Wrath of Queen Bee, for the most part, is still somewhat similar. So for Queen Bee, for Relic Bee, normally, okay, normally you would like bring Roe, Manic Island, Courier, Awakened Bahamut, Manic Eraser, maybe like Can or Maglev and stuff like that, right? Usually you don't need to bring that much. And for the Rat, the restriction is one row, so you can only bring 5 units. But for the most part, you usually don't bring that much units for the original Old Queen anyways. The main thing about having one row, like the biggest change for not having a second row, is that usually, I think in the original Old Queen, people would generally bring a bunch of combos on the first row. That's usually the main thing. So now you can't really do that. You can't really spare that much slots for combo. Although you definitely can. If you have like a high enough level, you can probably bring like research combo or whatever. You can definitely fit stuff in. But for the most part, the reason on why you would usually bring combos for Albi Bug is generally because your units wouldn't have enough level. Maybe your Manic Island would still be like 20. Maybe your row would still be like 30 something. Maybe it's not 40 yet. Maybe your Courier isn't 40 yet. Stuff like that. But for the most part, like the combo is to bringing combo is that so you can compensate for the lack of level, right? So in a way, on the Rat, you basically play the same if you have a higher level. If your Manic Island is now 50, if your row is now like 40 something with talents, if your Courier is now 50, if your Bullet Train is now 50 or whatever, generally it plays the same. It generally plays the same. The only difference is just like, well, now since you're playing Rat, you're expected to have like high enough level to play without combos. Courier being a thing now as well, being able to hit Professor A as he got weakened by row also makes a big difference. Yeah, but I think that's... I feel like Prof A... Like, Albi Bug has always been like, whether your row weakens or not, like, yeah, Courier exists, and I think that definitely makes it easier. But I feel like row weakening has always been what Albi Bug's always been about. And I think that's where, like, your row level really matters. So, if your row level isn't that high, even if you have Courier, you would still have trouble, because you wouldn't really even have, like, the chance to even get near Professor A in the first place. And, like, having a high enough level for everything else also helps row... also helps to, like, clean the peons up for a row to be able to advance, right? So it is similar in like difficulty and everything. It's just that, like, well, you're now expected to have a higher level. One thing that I would say though, for especially the Rat stage specifically, is that I think for this, aside from having high level, You also generally would probably want yeah, let me go to Sushi. Hold on. The thing about Row is that, yeah, aside from having high level, the one thing that I think you would want to be interested to invest in is this. Resist Low. Resist Low talent. This I think makes a pretty big difference, especially in this stage. This is the one resist talent that actually matters a lot. Maybe aside from like Ramen's curse resist. Aside from Ramen's curse resist, Row slow resist is also really good here. The Row do resist slow, they do. This is like the only stage to get Row's slow resist talent for it, but it's so worth it. Yeah, I think like Row's slow resist talent is very, very big for this stage. Again, you will still basically play the same compared to normal Albibug. You're just expected to have a higher level and more investment in Row. I think that's basically it. Once you have a high enough level and all that stuff, the stage plays basically literally the same. How about investing Kid Ranger Red Target? That is true. You could also do that. But yeah, for the most part, stage plays the same. You're just expected to have a higher level for it. Aside from that, the revenge stage is kind of funny. Do we have the I think we have it here, right? Is it this one? No, it's this one. Yes, it's this one. I'll Big Bug. Wait, this is the name of the stage, by the way. I'll Big Bug Super Supreme Extreme, and BB Queen Super Extreme. I'll Big Bug and BB Queen. BB Queen is crazy. So this is the revenge stage. So revenge stage is a timer-based stage. It features, I think, like each one of these. No, 2 Rain Ds. So there's one Rain D and another one later on. I think it starts off with, yeah, it starts off with Rain D and Honey-1-1, and a couple of Doge Guys and Gabriels. And then after a while, it spawns Slipnir, and then it spawns Honey-1-1 again, and then it spawns Hna, and I think that's about it. So the main thing that you would need to deal with is the Honey-1-1, and then you gotta kill the Rain D, and then you gotta kill the Slipnir, and then you gotta kill the Hna. So these are like the 3 main boss, the Rain D, Slipnir, and Hna, with Honey-1-1 as a support. So the stage is free with Uriel True Form. This is like, okay, this is a simulation of the stage, by the way. So you might notice the background isn't the same, but yeah, this is a simulation of the stage. The stage is very free with this, but let us consider that you don't have Uriel True Form, right? If you don't have Uriel True Form, I think Jones has a video on this. Oh, look, that's me. Relic B Revenge. Right, so I don't want to get copyright. So the revenge stage is kind of funny because even if you, so with the Uriel, obviously it's like Uriel can tank Relic B and all that stuff. Alright, I also forgot to mention that you can now use slime for the rat stage too. But yeah, so the main thing with this is that you wanna rush down the Rain D, and then you wanna get in the blind spot, and then you wanna just rush stuff down, right, and all that stuff. And you know, you get in, and then you try to like stack stuff so that you can kill the enemies while also dealing with the Relic B and all that stuff. And then, like, you can kind of just cheese the stage afterwards. Like, since Relic B is a boss, you can just keep on, yeah, you can just pin her to the base and then use LD stacks and all that stuff to like kill everything behind them. Cool. So that's neat. But then you know what is also funny is that this stage is very prone to get cheesed. You can just use Courier to just rush in immediately. You use Super Cat to block Honey 1-1 wave, and you can just cheese the stage. By the way, notice that this doesn't use any power up. Meanwhile, the quote unquote normal run earlier uses Rich Cat. So ironically, it is straight up just easier to cheese than doing it quote unquote regularly. So yeah. I mean, doing it normally, you still kind of have to like, you know, you still kind of have to like tank stuff, you still kind of like time stuff and everything, but like, you can just cheese the stage. Like, it's much easier and much faster, and you don't even need any power-ups. It is, unfortunately, very easy, it seems like. I mean, I haven't personally tried it yet, right? So maybe it does require some strict timing or whatever, but it doesn't look that hard. And like, I'm sure that if you lose a couple of times, you can still just like keep on restarting and all that stuff, and you'll eventually get it. Like in here, he didn't manage to win before Slipnir comes up, but even then it's like, you just bring some dragons and meat shields and eventually you'll win. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, even without Uriel, it is still pretty straightforward. Amph was right, Courier messed up stage design even more than base defender from Kitaro. It is it do be the case, unfortunately. But I feel like even without Courier, you can still do a lot of stuff with it. I feel like this is kind of like just a faulty stage design more than anything. Funniest stage ever. And it's really funny how like quote-unquote regular run is like with Rich Cat and timing and everything. And then Cheese Run is like somehow much easier to do. Bust the true form at cheap price? Unbelievable. I'm not expecting it, but it would be nice for it to get buffed. This feels so anticlimactic. I mean, they did buff Old Emperor, right? They did buff Old Emperor. So there's a non-zero chance that that could be the case. But I kinda doubt it, because they never really usually do that much. They did buff Collapse Checker like 5 times. So who knows? No, they fucking nerfed Collapse Checker like 5 times actually. Not even buff. But they did buff the old Emperor stage like once. But that's the only time they ever done that, I'm pretty sure. You can destroy the base before Slipnir spawns using Bahamut. Yeah, I mean that's what happens here with what Jones did. Like in here, Jones straight up killed the base before Slipnir even spawns. It's crazy. But yeah. Overall, Rat and Revenge, not that crazy. Rat, again, it is basically the same, you just need to have a higher level. You're expected to have a higher level for Rat, but otherwise, it's not that crazy. Old Emperor was so embarrassing they had to buff it. That is really funny. How bad Old Emperor was. I think Old Emperor was kind of faulty because there was some problem with the search spawn, right? But yeah, those are slime and slime stages. I'm gonna go through the new units real quick. So, I already talked about the clam. Let's talk about the other fishes before we move on to the dinosaur. So these are 2 special fish that you can also get from the funny event gacha. These are the Mola Mola tuna and the Mola Mola squid. The Ika. Okay, first let's talk about the squid. The squid is stupid. It's a it's a 120 cost meat shield with no health, no damage, 2 seconds recharge as expected, and immune to freeze and slow. What the fuck are you supposed to do with immune to freeze and slow with 4000 HP, bro? What do you want from here exactly? I'm not even sure. Can you even survive like Henry? Hold on, I need to check this actually. I forgot to check this actually. Can you survive Henry? Oh, you can. You can't survive Henry. You know what? This guy's peak actually. You know what? This guy's actually really good for Henry. Wait, what is Henry's magnification in like later UL and all that stuff? I mean, even if it's 200%, you can probably boost the Ika a little bit to get 5000 HP, and then it'll be able to tank Henry, right? Boost it to 50 plus 10, yeah! You can use it for Henry instead of just using little eraser or something. Just really bad meat shield for Henry. I feel like it's strictly for Henry and literally nothing else, but even then it's like you also get like a lot of other really good choices for Henry anyways, like why bother with this? Clone Farmer got more power creep. Yeah, I'm sure he's not just gonna die from like the mini wave or anything like that. Croakley stage, he's definitely gonna die from Croakley though. Croakley actually has like more damage, I'm pretty sure, and even then, Croakley is very easy to go past. Like the wait, he does survive Croakley. Yo, you know what? Croakley counter, that's crazy. But like, it's very easy to just outspeed Croakley, so it doesn't really matter to use a slow slow immune meat shield, where you can just use Clam Cat and it never gets slowed anyways. Like, Henry is more relevant because Henry actually like freezes a big amount and it's a perma freeze thing, right? But even then, it's like, are you really going to use this over like Talented Rice Ball or something? So yeah, Squid is just funny meat shield that probably you're not really going to use. The tuna though, the tuna that I'm holding right now, this one's actually kind of funny. This is a 5% chance to dodge floating enemies for 2 seconds. This is a basic meat shield thing too. It's 90 cost and 2 seconds cooldown. With 5% chance to dodge floating enemies, it is actually kind of funny. Not the craziest thing in the world, but this is like only 90 cost. It's like if you're against like a floating stage, like you might as well just bring it if you're gonna bring a third meat shield, right? Like if you're against like some little bun focus stage or something like that, and you're bringing 3 meat shield and one of the meat shield is Mohawk, it's like you might as well just look at this and go like, I mean, I could also just bring tuna, and technically that wouldn't really make like this wouldn't really make a dent in your cash. Like, it's only 15 extra, that's not much at all. So you might as well just bring it. It's dodge every 40 seconds, yeah, but it's still like, you know, you're not really spending much for it, right? So you might as well just bring it. Unless you need the speed. If you need the speed, then maybe you probably can just bring Manic Mohawk, but otherwise, it's like, yeah, just bring it. It's a free dodge unit, almost free. Not quite free, but it's almost free. Just bring it. He's gonna dodge proc versus Mecha Bun on Legend Quest. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, this is the Socrates counter. I did say that we're gonna have Socrates counter soon, and this is it. This is their answer. This is the unit that'll finally conquer Socrates. Dodge every hit. Hell yeah. If you have good RNG, this will make Socrates so free. I mean, not really, because you're still gonna have to deal with the doges, but yeah. It's just a funny thing. Don't take this too seriously, but you can definitely bring this for you can definitely bring this just for like floating stages, and it'll be like valid, right? Or you can use it for Labyrinth. That is also a thing. And then is there anything else aside from Dino? Well, I guess there's these. These two, by the way, these two are enemies for farming the event tickets. the rock and the log. Actually, let me show this real quick. We got some new background to farm those stuff. This one looks really good. I really like this background. Like the watery river background, like you're fighting in the middle of a river. This actually looks really nice, and the light and everything that comes in, it looks really nice. And then there's also this one too. This one. This one's just kind of like a basic beach, but it is also kind of funny because I'm pretty sure this is like, I think like the quote-unquote story is that like you, like the cat from Summer is like stranded on like some island, on like a deserted island, and so they're basically trying to like catch these like tuna and scallops and fishes and all that stuff to survive. I think that's kind of like the quote-unquote story on what's happening here. Let me show this real quick. It's like... So in the main menu for the Battle Cats right now, it looks like this. So yeah, the cat is like stranded, basically. Rock and Lock stages are not scheduled yet. Oh wait, oh really? Oh fuck. Well okay, ignore the Rock and Log. Actually the Rock and Lock is Kagurabachi, actually. Oh, hold on. Let's close that, and so this is actually this is actually peak, right? So this is actually Kagurabachi. It's fine, it's just rock and stone, it's fine. But anyways, not scheduled yet, gonna nuke my Pono's god. But yeah, this is what you see on the main menu. You just see like this stranded cat. I think like on the on like the summer event, you usually would have you can see like the diary of the cat like every single day. I think on Ponos' Twitter, they posted like on the last month of the diary, it's like empty, and then it shows like it shows on the Twitter that like this event shows up. So I think what's basically going on is that like this cat is the one that's like been journaling the whole like summer event, and then I guess like on the last day he was supposed to like go home, I think, because I'm pretty sure like the 30th day he was like saying goodbye to like the summer cats and all that stuff. Like there are like some drawings with like the summer cats and all that stuff, and he was like saying goodbye. And I think on the 31st day, he's like stranded on the way home. So it is kind of cute. The Battle Cats lore, the Battle Cats continuation lore, it is very funny. Slime Cat True Form is not cute enough? I think it's cute enough. Also, thank you for the $10, Twisted Birthday. I think it is cute enough. Maybe it could be cuter, but I think it's cute enough. Did they die? No, they tried to survive off of these. This is what I'm saying. This is why like the gacha is like this weird like trap. That's why the image is like this trap, right? Like this is the trap that's supposed to be like, I'm trapping these guys so that I can eat, right? It is a bit of cannibalism if you consider that the stranded guy is trying to eat the Clam Cat. It is cannibalism, but it is what it is. I mean, we already have cannibalism from Christmas reindeer. What's it called? It's like a Christmas event. The one where you get a reindeer cat. Reindeer? No? Wait, what's the what is it called? It's like pudding, Christmas pudding? Was it? Xmas pudding? Reindeer fish, this one. Like, reindeer fish is already, like this is already cannibalism anyways, right? Sashimi cat is already a cannibalism anyway, like they're already going to eat that fucking fish cat. So I guess cannibalism is technically not really new in the Battle Cats world. The cats tried to make the fish cat tastier, like they straight up already fucking eating fish cat. That's crazy. Other than that, there's an event Chick-fil-A that sells chicken. That is true. That is true. That's also a thing. But yeah, other than that, I think the only thing left is the Dino and Akubro. Which one first? I guess I'll just go with Dino first, since we are talking about new units. So, Dinosaur Cat. Alright. I've already talked about this again. last stream, but once more, debate which one is better, first form or second form Dino. First form is better, by the way. But yeah, I think I have already talked about this last stream, but to put it simply, this is a new Dynamite's Uber. This is a Dynamite's Uber with Conjure. It has 350 range, there's pretty good bulk of health. The damage is kind of low, supposedly for a 350 range unit, but it has a really long LD up to 700. So it's like an extra 350 pierce, which is pretty damn good. That is a very far pierce. So you can use this to like snipe off a lot of enemies. It has massive damage against Angel, so that's what your main target is gonna be. You're probably gonna use this for like Slipnir and Chick-fil-A that usually stands behind like enemy lines. So you can use like melee enemies to deal big damage against stuff like Slipnir and Chick-fil-A. It is very, very good. Joe's has a pretty good review on this too. I guess I can just show this real quick. Yeah, Joe's has a pretty good review on this. I guess I'm not gonna show everything. I'm just gonna like link this if you want to watch. Joe's has a pretty good review on this. Basically, really good for Slipnir, really good for general Angel stages and all that stuff. The one thing that I think was interesting from Joe's review was that, so this guy has multi-hit, a 3-hit multi-hit that is very close to each other. It's only 10 frames off of each other, which is usually not really good, because this means that on any of the hit, if it knocks back an enemy, it would mean that the second and third hit would not hit, right? So if you're hitting stuff like Gabriel's or like Angelic Gory that has a lot of knockback counts, only one of this would hit, and then the other hits would not land because of the knockback, right? Normally this would be problematic, but Jones mentioned that this is actually interestingly useful, because on long-range backliner Angel, stuff like Slipnir and Chick-fil-A, they don't usually have high knockback counts. But for melee enemies like Gabriel's and Angelic Gory, they have high knockback counts, right? Stuff like, even like, what's his name? Calamaria doesn't have that much knockback count, it only has 2. So this wouldn't really matter for stuff like Slipnir and Calamaria. But since it allows Gabriel's and Angelic Gory to live longer, in a way it is actually good, because now you keep your stepping stone alive. Since this is a piercing unit, you want to use the piercing range as much as possible. And so having the melee enemy to survive while having the long range enemy die is actually good, because you need the stepping stone. Like, it is actually a pretty interesting observation. It does have Conjure that does knockback. It's also pretty good since, again, you are a piercing unit. You want to keep your enemies as far away as possible. It's pretty good. Pono's cooked. Honestly, I highly doubt that this is intentional. I very highly doubt it. I think Pono's just likes multi-hit for some reason. There's no stat change in second form. Yeah, that's why first form is superior, because you can switch first form and second form, and both of them are good, and the first form has superior design. Hell yeah. Also, yeah, I already talked about this last stream too, but the Dino Spirit is super cute. The design for the Dino Spirit is so cute. It's so good. It just has a dino hoodie. But yeah, both forms of these also have like just really good animation in general. It is pretty slow in movement though, but I don't think that's a problem, because again, you usually don't want to push that much. But yeah, both these are good. First form is still superior though. And it's also really funny how HD the dinosaur is compared to the cat. But yeah, pretty good unit. I'm not pretty sure entirely about the generalist value of this guy. I'd imagine it would still be pretty decent, especially if you want to just deal with high range enemies in general. I'm kind of mixed with the Conjure though, because on one hand, Conjure is good and all that stuff, and this is like one of the lowest cooldown unit that has a Conjure. On the other hand, this means that like, since it has a low cooldown, and since it has Conjure means that you only can spawn one of each unit. So you can't stack this guy even though he has a low cooldown. He has low cooldown and low speed, but not really good. But since it has Conjure, it doesn't... You can't spam it, you can't stack it, which is really unfortunate. But on the other hand, I think it's also good that he only has 350 range, because this means that he doesn't stay in the field that long, and since he doesn't stay in the field that long, you can refresh him again for a new dino to appear, and now you can get a new Conjure. He does cost 4,200, which isn't too cheap, but it is cheap enough, I think. It is weird, it is like really weird that it's like, it has Conjure, so it means you can't stack it, but since it's low cooldown and it's low range, means that you can refresh the Conjure over and over again. But yeah, it's really mixed, but I think overall it turns out pretty well. Somewhat expensive. It's not that expensive though. 4,200 isn't that expensive. But yeah. Conjure is nice, but no stacking, yeah. Conjure spam strat. It is kind of interesting though. It's kind of like having an extra Breaker Blast, right? Because like knockback on demand is really good. Knockback on demand is really good, and especially with only like every 100 seconds is pretty good. But you do need to actually get him to die first, and especially with like the slow speed and all that stuff. But yeah. What banner is he from? He's from Dynamites. He doesn't follow any like specific teaming. He's from Dynamites. Isn't the cost around average? Yeah, but for a 90 seconds cooldown unit, it's a little bit on the higher end usually. Usually a 90 seconds cooldown unit would be like almost around for under 4,000. But this one's I think is still like pretty cheap, all things considered. Especially for what he does, I think. It's very good. But yeah, overall, solid unit. I'm not entirely sure on how well he does as a general unit. As an anti-angel, definitely really good. As an overall unit, I'm not sure yet. I think he's still pretty good though. And finally, probably the last thing is Akubro. No, there's also Otherworld Colosseum, but I don't think I can talk about this yet. I don't think I can talk about Otherworld Colosseum. But yeah. This is the last one. Suba Saturn. Not sure what this means. Not sure what this is referencing to too, but this is an Aku Brawlo with Sage. An Aku Sage Brawlo. It has the stone just holding. He's just like holding the stone, which is kind of funny. When it attacks, it like bounces the stone and then it grabs the stone again, which I think is a really neat animation. I like this animation a lot. It just like catches the stone in its mouth. It's really cool. This Brawlo is pretty interesting in a way that it's not actually that powerful in terms of damage, where normal Brawlo and especially Zolo is pretty much designed to kill. This Brawlo actually doesn't do that much damage. The damage is only 12,000, which, especially considering that this is a ZL enemy, that's really not that much. This is actually a very small amount of damage. It does have a mini wave, but the mini wave, especially with like 12,000 damage, like this is barely any damage at all. Mini wave only dealing 20% of damage means that this is only like 2,400 damage for the mini wave. That doesn't even kill Slime. That is a very weak damage. But it has chance to knock back. It has guaranteed chance to knock back. This is the main thing, the main deal with Aku Brawlo, where instead of being a killer, a glass cannon killer like Brawlo or Zolo, instead this one is much tankier and relies on the knockback ability. which I actually kind of like. I actually really like this design, where I think especially because of like existence of cone and all that stuff, where it's easy to just like tank like a powerful damage. Instead, this one relies on knockback. I actually kind of like this. Knockback plus wave. The thing about the mini wave though is that I'm pretty sure, okay, I haven't actually seen an actual interaction with this, but usually knockback and mini wave doesn't go together. As in, like, if you knock an enemy back with your main attack and then your mini wave lands, the mini wave doesn't actually do another knockback. The mini wave would do another knockback to other cat units, but for whatever cat unit that got hit by the initial knockback would not get knocked back by the mini wave. Cool, here's my bullet train. Yeah, so that's another thing. Since this guy doesn't do that much damage, and since it has knockback, you can abuse bullet train on it. You can't abuse like rebound units on it. So unfortunately that is the case, but it is not alone. It does go along with other stuff. I think there was one that I saw with like Perfect Cyclone or something like that, which it was a pretty interesting combination, since that means that you can just like knock Octopus out of like Perfect Cyclone's rage and all that stuff. Overall, pretty interesting concept of a unit. I think so far they haven't used it that much, or at least not used it in like that much of like super threatening usage. But just from like design wise, I think it's pretty interesting. I'm pretty interested on how they will use this enemy. I think there was one stage with Emos and Akubrolo. Huh, that's also interesting. But yeah, oh yeah, it'll also bypass wave block, right? So if your Octopus gets hit by this guy, it would, like, the wave would go through. What person is supposed to be inspired by? I'm not sure. A Japanese name Suba Satan derived from Subame and Satan. Oh, Saturn. Saturn doesn't refer to the planet but a Roman deity contained with the Geek Titan Cronus, whose sister wife Rhea gave him a stone that he swallowed, thinking it was his sixth child. What? Oh, it's that Titan Kronos. Huh. Wait, so it's not a real person? It's just made of Kronos? Really? Traded to Kronos because he was depicted with a crow in Robert Gray poses that Kronos would mean crow in Latin. Wait, what? Sage may refer how Plato with Kronos as compound. Wow, that's a lot of, that's interesting. This is a very interesting trivia actually. That's actually very interesting. Species of swallow, black swallow with blue saw wing. That's interesting. That's interesting. I guess we'll have to wait until it goes to Ian. Nah, but even then, Ian doesn't really. I feel like Ian doesn't really adapt the stage's name that well so far, though. I feel like Ian doesn't really adapt the stage's name so far, so. I guess we don't really know. I guess so far it'll probably be Chronostone or something. That's interesting. Where's the game theory video? I guess it would be interesting to make a video about like sages and their what are they based off. But like sages are too new right now, so can't really talk about that much. But yeah, I think it's a pretty interesting enemy just by like the design wise of what they are trying to do with it. Just having like a knockback on demand kind of enemy, I think it's pretty interesting. Just have like a dedicated pusher. It's pretty interesting, pretty cool. So Satoru is Nest Theory, that's crazy. And yeah, I think that's all for this, aside from Kagurabachi. That's all for 13.6 update. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this update. Recently, Ponos' update has been pretty good, actually. Recent Ponos update has been pretty good, actually. I feel like there was like a pretty long streak of like really boring update of like nothing update, but maybe it was just because it wasn't directed to me or something, since I am more interested in like non-Uber stuff in general, right? But recently they gave Fried Chicken Cat, they gave Royal Guard, which I absolutely love, they gave Manju, and they also got like some pretty interesting Sage going on here. They got some pretty good UI changes with the mission and all that stuff. Like the whole mission tab and everything is pretty good. There's like changes with like the treasure, the enemy viewing and all that stuff. Recent Ponos update has been good. Like, I feel like they've been cooking pretty well. I actually pretty like it. I actually kind of like the recent update. They've been doing pretty well. Hopefully Miasma True for the next update. Yeah, it's either Miasma or like Super Cat, right? One of those has got to be like good, or like T-Master or whatever. Hopefully they do them justice, especially with how well they did Fried Chicken, Royal Guard, and Slime. Because like if you think about it, like all of these like 3 changes for Fried Chicken, Royal Guard, and Slime, they're not super big changes. They don't make the unit like just the fact that some players look at these changes and be like, wow, these aren't much at all, and yet they're like really good units now. I feel like that proves that like, yeah, they can actually make like good units with minimum amount of changes. Shugo and Catalyte's talents when, yeah, that's also another thing we're waiting for. But overall, Polo's been cooking. Polo's been cooking well. Pretty impressed with Ponos recently. It's been good. They've been doing well. There are definitely some changes that they definitely can make, but overall it's been good. Overall it's just great. I'm pretty satisfied. Miasma would be able to Saint Dober counter if he gets Surge Immune. I mean, so far most Saint Dober stages haven't really been that crazy though. Especially with like how you can just, you know, you can just use like Juliet or Little Dark and then just like stack shit, right? Like you can just do that nowadays. I thought New Uber was Iron Legion. No, it's Dynamites. I mean, if it's Iron Legion, doesn't make sense to the first one, because like Iron Legion, the first form is always like still a mechanism, right? It's always still like some form of mechanism. It's just like an old mechanism. But this first form is just straight up a dinosaur, so makes no sense for it to be Iron Legion. Plus, there's no the crew's not there. Iron Legion always have a crew. Like it always have like a 3-member crew on first form, and then expands the crew on second form. So it doesn't make sense for it to be Iron Legion. Labyrinth where? Unfortunately, it has been an entire year since Labyrinth, which is unfortunate. But yeah, that is all for this update. I don't know if I'll make a highlight video out of this one. We'll just have to see. I might if I have time. Okay, so I am going to work on the video that I'm working on about like Floor 30 this week, or well, rather next week. If I'm done with that, I want to upload it like probably around weekends, right? I want to upload that around weekends, and then if I have time, if I'm already finished with everything before the weekend, if I have time, maybe I'll make a highlight out of this. We should celebrate 1 year Labyrinth. I don't know if celebrate is the correct like term for it. The crew is inside the dinosaur. That would be funny if like the attack animation just like have like the crew pop out its head and like pull out the flame shower instead. That would be kind of funny. Labyrinth is not real. It's real to me. It is unfortunately not real though. But yeah. Let me see if I can find someone to rate now. Acknowledge 1 year labyrinth. I mean, I've acknowledged it. I don't think Ponos have though, unfortunately. Nobody's streaming Battle Cats right now. My stomach is rumbling even though I already ate just earlier. Morning Labyrinth is more accurate. Yeah, we got a Morning Labyrinth, unfortunately. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna end stream now. There are a couple of people that I wanna rate, but I don't have the energy to greet them or whatever. So I am just going to end stream. Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you for coming to the Battle Cats 13.6 update. This has been a pretty good update. The Manju update, the slime update, or just the funny tuna fish update. But yeah, that is all. Thank you for coming to the stream, and have a good day, have a good night. I'll see you later. See you another time. Bye-bye. See ya. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Thank you for the $5, Dark Core. Thank you for the lunch money. I'll go buy some food. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.